Hi everyone, I'm Christine Jasti of Mail Something Pretty, and I have these really cute, sweet boxes to show you. I'm very excited to show you. I just love them. These were a club project and they were a big hit. So when you open them up, oh, I didn't bring one up that had candy in it. You can put certainly one of those chocolate Lindt balls. We had saltwater taffy inside, but you can use it if you had like little earrings or a bracelet or just a little note, or it's little, but you can find something to put in there, and they're just really sweet. And I think to have one at a table setting would be nice, or just on top of a card. I'm sure you can think of a clever way to give them. So I want to show you how to make them. I'm going to use the Beautiful Butterflies bundle, and that's just what I use for the butterfly on the top and then the butterfly on the inside. Certainly you can decorate it however you like, whatever season you're gonna make them for. And I'm using, the paper is from the, what's it called? Floral Delight. Again, you can use whatever you'd like, but that's some of the paper that I used. It's just fun paper, and so you can find that online. The Stampin' Up! Store. It is still available, and it's beautiful, so I definitely suggest you get it. All right, so we are going to, the box base here, I'm going to make out of lemon lolly. And so that's this is the bottom of the box, so you can kind of see the construction of the base of the box is a solid, and then we're going to use for the side panel some patterned paper. All right, so that is, and I took this, it was not my idea, I saw it, it was different decorations, different paper, but from the Paper Pixie, Julia DeMatteo. This is all hers, where I took it from, and I just changed up the colors. So the cardstock, we want it to be 2 by 8. So I'm going to cut this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just cut 2 and then by 8. I actually did change one of Julie's measurements, I thought, to make it a little easier. I'll show you that as we go along. And then we're going to score it at 1.5, 3.5, 5.5, and 7.5. So at 1.5, I say 3.5. I guess it's all the odds. There you go. 5.5 and 7.5. I mean, can you imagine these for little Valentine treats? Would be so cute with a little heart on top. Cute. All right, so that's all we need for this base. And then we are going to cut out of this paper, kind of the sides, but it's well, you'll see. So it's 5.5 by 1 7/8. So I'm going to cut my 1 7/8 here. I think a non-directional paper works out pretty well because it's going to be turned into triangles. What did I say? 5.5. So just pay attention to your paper because it's going to be all kind of rotated around. So this pattern, I'm going to actually show it this pattern on the outside versus the flowers, just so you can have samples of flowers and then a pattern. Okay, so then we're going to score at 1 3/4 on both sides. So here 1 3/4, turn it around, and at 1 3/4. All right, so that's it for the, well, actually, no, it's not. I'm going to potentially use that again. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to do a little marking with a pencil. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to have to use a pen because I don't have a pencil up here. I must have taken it and not put it back. Okay. So this is what it's different with Julie's measurements. Hers would have been 2 inches wide, but I did mine 1 7/8, and I didn't bring the piece. Nope, I didn't bring it up. So I'll show you why. as we get putting it together. But anyways, we want to find the halfway mark. So halfway of 1 7/8 is, actually I'm going to mark it on the inside so at least you don't see it when we put this together. And let me put this here, so I think, yeah, at least it's a darker color underneath so you can see it better. So half of 2, right, is 1, but half of 1 7/8, it's just that little mark. Put this up here closer so you can see. It's just the one little mark underneath the 1. So you just go to 1 and just go to the next. It's the 15th, 16th is the halfway mark. And you're going to do that both on the top and the bottom. Because we want the center. Because we're going to score from the center to this score line. And we're going to make 2 triangles. So there's 2 ways to do that. You can do it on your paper trimmer. So I'm going to put that mark that we just had right in the trackpad here, like that. And I'm also going to have right where the fold is, we're going to put that right in the trackpad. And sometimes that helps if you fold it so you can see it. And then we're going to score it. So what that does, it's making that triangle. And we want to do that on the other side as well. Oops. My finger slipped. So what we're making are these 2 triangles. Okay, like that. And then here's the other score mark. But if you don't want to score with here, you can score with your, nope, not that one. Oh, here, with the stylus. So the Take Your Pick tool has different pieces. It has a stylus, or if you have a stylus from something else, you can just take your ruler and kind of connect the dots here. So that's where the mark is here. So that made a mark as well. So 2 ways of scoring on a diagonal. All right, so that's what we want. We want these 2 triangles on top and bottom, and then we have those fold marks. So what we're going to do, I'm going to fold this. Should probably crease them. Actually, we're going to put the panels on first. So I've done it both ways. You can either put your box together and then glue your patterned panels on, or you can do it now. So we're going to do it now. Just make sure. All right, so this one is our bottom. Okay, I just had to remember. So you need 3 panels. They're going to go like that. So the size of the panels are that you have 2 squares. So you need to cut 2, 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. So this one and this one are 1 7/8 square. And then you have this little one, which ends up being really the top. That is still 1 7/8 wide, but it's 1 3/8 because it's a little shorter. So now I'm just going to glue those down here. So this one goes under the little tab because this will be the back. This is the bottom, so I don't think I need a pattern, but you certainly could add one. It would be the same size. And then this is the front, but like under the cover. And again, that non-directional really helps because you can just place them down. And this will be like the front, the lift part. Okay. So again, you can put them on now, or you can put them on once your box is together. I've done it both ways. So now we're going to flip it over, and we want that little tab on the top. So now you have a square here, a square here, and a square here, and then this is more of a rectangle. It's a little shorter. So you want to glue this into that middle square. And this is where my measurements were different than Julie. So hers was, this whole thing was 2 inches wide, and then this is 2 inches wide. And when I folded it, I found that there wasn't enough room to fold it. Like there was excess, and so you needed it to be a little bit smaller. Alright, so that's, I just put glue on the middle part, and then this is going to go right down here. Just make sure it can fold, and you have a little room in there. Okay, so that's glued down. Again, my pattern on the outside is going to be more of that graphic. The other ones had the floral, so it doesn't matter. You can mix and match. If you wanted one pattern here, so you would just have one pattern here, and then you could, with your panels, you could do a different pattern. Totally customizable. All right, so now we're going to fold these down, because these are going to get glued right to here. Like here's going to go here, and then this one's going to go like that. So little glue, little glue. So these two are going to get connected like that. If you need to, you can put it down and press. Just make sure that the seam is in there. And same thing on this one. That's going to get glued here. I just think these triangle boxes are so cool. My daughter loves triangles. She was a math major in school, and she's always loved triangles. She's told me why, I just don't remember. All right. So what I'm going to do is actually fold these, like I'm going to call them wings, out just temporarily, because I'm just trying to get them out of the way at the moment. Because now we're going to put glue on the inside, and we're going to glue this down. I'm just going to turn it just to give it a pinch. Keep that closed. All right, and now we can put these back in and kind of see the shape of our triangle, and then this gets closed, and then that gets closed. So here is our triangle box. So then when you open it, you have to kind of keep opening it. See, it's almost like the opening is, the surprise is in the back as it rotates. So we need to keep this closed. So I found that the Velcro, these little Velcro dots work the best. I did try it with these little tiny little magnets, and what happened was, these little magnets, when I opened it, it separated. I used a glue dot, and so I think the glue dots work. The Velcro works better. These are 3/8 inch circles. These are the smallest ones I found in the store. I don't know if they come smaller or not, but these seem to be a good size. So you get, for Velcro, right, you need two sides to make it work. One's kind of fuzzy and one's a little rough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fuzzy side, so it's more white. I'll do my best to find the middle here. Oh, that wasn't it. That looks a little better. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a good squeeze to make sure it sticks well. And then I'm going to take that rough side, and this side is a little bit more clear. I'm going to actually attach it, so the glue, the sticky part's there. I'm going to attach more like the Velcro side that stick together on top. And then I'm going to close my box where I want how closed. give a little press and just carefully open it because it's not quite stuck, and then just give that a good squeeze. And I also did it that way because this is more clear, so you don't really see it on that part. So there's the white part and the clear part. So now it stays shut. You have this cute triangle box. So we just have to decorate it. So I have already cut out that little butterfly and the little butterfly body. Again, I used the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. So you have a whole bunch of different butterfly pieces in there. And that's where I got it from. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I use Strawberry Slush for the body. And this is the Timid Tiger, that new orange. And being impatient. I really like these two colors together, and I think it would look nice. So you can either glue it directly, or you can use a mini glue dot if you have mini glue dots, or if you don't, you can either cut a dimensional in half, or you have these edges that are kind of like half dimensionals, and that should just fit here on the body so you don't see any white. I'm just going to stick it on there. Again, you can glue it straight down too, but this way looks like it's kind of floating. So when you open it up, you can put a little treat inside. Sorry, I forgot to bring up my treats to show you, but you can put your nice little peanut butter cup, or like I said, we had saltwater taffy at class, the chocolate Lindt balls. I don't know if the Ghirardelli ones would fit in there or not, but anyways, there is the triangle box. So, oh, we forgot one other thing. You have the option if you wanted to stamp something on the inside. So I was just doing a butterfly. Or you can, not the best stamping, but, or you could just leave it blank, or you can write a little message. If you're going to write a little message, you might want to do that before you put it together. So there you go. So here are, put this one back together. So the two different, they're almost the same pattern. This just has a little yellow background and that is white. And then this is just the reverse of that one of the papers. So I just think they're just so cute. Here, let's see if I can, there we go. So you can see. So I hope you liked the project. If you did, or if you have questions or anything, please put something in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you are not a subscriber of my mailing list, I send out emails every Tuesday, and so I encourage you to sign up. So just hop on over to my blog at mailsomethingpretty.com, and you can just fill out your name and email address, and you will add to my mailing list, and you'll get some tutorials because of that as well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy making your own triangle boxes, and you can decorate them for whatever season or whatever reason you need for a little gift. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.